the dual lane or the third episode, whatever you want to do it. Uh, anyway, as usual, me, the soccer fan, coming at you with those soccer balls, I guess. With always with my co-host, Captain over here.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm sorry for the delay for the episode. Currently doing it during the snowstorm that's happening up here in the Northeast. So yeah, I get to stay home. Hooray, I guess. Woohoo. Anyway,
Ain't no snow here though.
there's no snow. Here said,
Ain't no snow in Georgia.
oh, that's sad, bro. No snow days for you
I
guys.
wish I could stay home.
Well, guys, we're recording it. If you guys don't know, it'll be February the 18th. Let me see. Any news? Any new news that happened? I mean, that yes, actually, we're gonna cover some just like recent news that's happened, and the only recent news is actually from Overprime, which they wait. Let me pull up their announcements for a second, so I won't miss the details. Okay, so they launch a new one lane. Oh, before all that, Overprime has inaugurated through the what is it? The ninth through the okay, yeah, February 9th through the 27th. So you still have time. You could make new accounts and play Overprime, which is I think whatever they're having. And they also during that same patch, they also introduced a new map called the Alto the Power, which is like basically a one lane map. Uh, Basically, if you haven't seen the map design or anything like that, I would recommend you to go over Prime and seeing their announcements and see whatever new details. Besides that, minor updates to patches, skills and whatever improvements, and yeah. So I guess that's covers whatever news from last episode and this episode. So what I mean, there's no news on predecessor or over Prime. I mean, well, I want to say, but anyway, today's topic we're gonna talk about was going over heroes and all that sorts in all three games. Bring up my notes over here. So basically, Captain, from remember we're just gonna go through a rundown for each game. Overprime has all the heroes, by the way, or not. Now, sorry, Overprime has
Yeah.
22 heroes or something like that.
They have the most heroes,
Yeah,
bro.
they have the most heroes, but I don't. I know they're gonna release Revenant, which they did already, and that's playable on their thing. Um, Paul has Boris, Countess, Decker, Gadget, Gideon, Greystone, Grim, Grux, Kalari, Chimera, Quang, Bellica, Murdoch, Morgash, Muriel, Narbash, Richter, Sev, Farrell, Steel, and Twin Blast. That's Fault's roster for heroes. With all with their passes, by the way. Predecessor, from last time we spoke about it, they were gonna give passes to all 12, 13 heroes they have, which are Sparrow, Bellica, Murdoch, Steel, Feng Mao, uh, Chimera, Gideon, Gadget, Narbash, Segorov, Kalari, Durango, and Muriel. So, if I'm not mistaken, Durango and Kalari was the two heroes they're gonna add to their roster in their next alpha, beta, whatever playtest they're gonna do.
Might have to try that out then.
So yeah, that's the I guess that covers rosters as of all three games. I guess. Sorry if I don't know much about Overprime, but only way I could get information is through the game, and unfortunately, I don't have access. Row.
Yeah. I think Overprime has either way they have a good bit of heroes, and they kind of all have like the same heroes. I think Overprime just has like Rampage and Feng Mao. The different ones.
So yeah, you know what I mean. From the list of heroes, you know what I mean. Like, what do you think will come next? Like, what do you think, Captain? Would you rather them continue? bringing back all the heroes, all like the full roster of the original Paragon set, or would you rather them maybe actually, take a different approach, maybe add a couple new characters, at least, or me at least tease like new original ideas.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sure people will love getting back all the original heroes either way. Uh, Either if they hated some or as their favorites. But I'd like to see like them create their own ideas. I feel like that would make their games more personal and more stand out, special, unique. So I would suggest that idea. But I mean, definitely I can understand getting that old Paragon hero list back. But yeah, I'd like to see new heroes. That'd be interesting.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like I've been thinking about it, and I was like, I mean, I talked to several people, and I was like, it'd be good. Don't get me wrong, all these, they say, for example, Fault, they have like a a set roster, right? And they're like, we're not gonna add any more heroes. We're just gonna wait until we have a more polished game. I was like, okay, from there on, you're just gonna bring back all the heroes, right? But would you rather, in my opinion, I'd be like, well, what I mean, I'd rather see maybe a tease or even like a reveal trailer for maybe a new hero that we haven't seen, and then from that point of view, that, like you said, that makes your game stand out just because, hey, this is our idea of a hero. You know what I mean? Besides, balance
It also
issues or anything like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, it makes you seem like you have your own ideas too, and it's not just we're copying Paragon, copying Paragon.
No, yeah, and like I said, these games are like working with the assets, and then they're giving their own little twist. And so, you know what I mean? Like, I rather see new heroes because, you know what I mean? Like you said, when when
Even
whatever.
even if it's just a teaser as well. Like, and not saying like, oh, it's coming out next week. Just a teaser saying like, maybe in a few months or so, like this is an idea that we have for a new character. I think that would like really stand out amongst the all of them.
Like for example, like when Fault was teasing their new characters, like maybe like like say if they only have a 2D art, just tease like pieces of it, right? Like how they were doing with when Gadget. Remember when Gadget, they were announcing Gadget, they were like, "Oh, here's like her arm and here's her shoulder." Like those teases are like enough because then you got people talking like,
I mean,
"Oh,
I feel like they'd have to let them know that it's a new character though, because if you did teasers and then they're like people would get their hopes up that it is one of the old characters. So I feel like you would have to say that it is a new character though.
no, 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 definitely. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of a tease? And it's like, oh, it's my girl, I don't know, Ying or Aurora or Terra coming out. And then it's like, who's this character? I never see her playing Paragon. It's like, oh no, this is our new hero. And then, you don't get me wrong, like, people are gonna be hype, but it's gonna be a mislead hype. Like it's like you're misleading them to think it's like a original. Like, oh, we're bringing back like one of the OG characters, and it's like, nope, this is our character. Here it is, and then people are gonna be like, I guess that's okay, but I was really hyped to get Ying or maybe
Yeah,
Fang Mao or something. It's just like,
yeah.
I
A
get
lot of
this.
people are wanting Feng Mao, I think. I mean, it's still gonna be a while. I mean, I don't think Fault has any like. I haven't seen any updates for Fault for their plans on any heroes. Like, I would like that. I mean, I'd kind of like to see like a polished game before adding heroes, anyways. Yeah, that'd be great. But I do feel like a hype does come with like getting new heroes. So like you get more hyped about a new hero than you do sound effects or something. In
No,
my opinion.
no, yeah, definitely. But like we're talking in, well, I'm just saying like hypothetical, like just thinking like for example, if Fault was in a state where okay, they had their hub, their there's really minor bugs, and they're at a state that it's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? We have the ability to either work on a new hero, or should we bring back one of the OGs? And I was like, you know what I mean? And that, like, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Like if Fault's example, I'd be like, look. work on trying to bring one of your own heroes, and then at the same time bring back like also work like have one person work on like designing it, and the other one could be like, okay, I'm gonna bring back, I don't know, Drongo, say, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like for example, what predecessors doing, from our limited information, you know what I mean, they brought back Kalari, they brought back Durango, so you know what I
I
mean,
mean,
those are
I
good
just
news.
obviously it's easier to go ahead and work with player models that are already there. Uh, so I don't know how hard it would be for them, or like if it would be easier to just make your own player model and a new character. Like, because I know they're saying like they have some difficulties with like working, like bringing those player models into their current games. I don't know if it would be easier to just go ahead and make new player models or not, but
Well, no, no, I understand. You know what I mean? Like we're just talking. You know what I mean? Like I guess from
yeah.
from the
Either
wheel.
way, back to the general idea is that I would like to see a new character than the old characters.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Like I have no background in any. Oh, I have some type of programming, but not like any artsy or.
Hardcore.
I don't have any that type of coding skills or anything like that, or even or whatever the what's it called, the Epic Engine, no, the Unreal Engine. I have no experience in the Unreal Engine. I got no idea what I'm doing, so you know what I mean. Like I don't know how difficult that process is and how long that would take. You know what I mean, that's up to whoever they hire and whoever's in that department of as design or whatever, you know what I mean. That's all, you know what I mean, that's up to them.
Yeah,
But besides that, besides here, I guess, well, what we have the same my opinion is that it would be really dope if they came out with original character. Maybe whoever. Yeah, what I want to say is that we have the same opinion where we want an original hero, but the question is that who do you think out of the three games, who do you think will come out with an original hero first?
probably Overprime. I mean, if they're already catching up to the roster, then they probably would come up with a new hero. But I don't know. I don't. But then again, Overprime seems more like they're set on copying Paragon, and so does Predecessor compared to Fault, where it makes it wants to make its own game at some point. So I think it'd probably be a tie between Fault and Overprime.
Because Over Prime already has legacy map, uh, basically full from the ground up. They have the monolith map. They have a 1v1 map, which is or one lane map.
One
Yeah, but well, it is. You can either do 1v1s or the 3v3s. So give me 1 second. My bad.
We've been calling Dimitri about your extended car warranty.
Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, either Overprime or Fault when it comes to that. I guess I guess coming out with an original hero first. That's interesting. And let me see. And out of okay, for example, let's talk about the Fault, since it's the only one that we're currently playing right now out of the three games. When it comes to Fault, what what heroes like say they're passives, right? Is there any passes that you want to change on any of the heroes that are on the Fault, or is there, or will you be, or you think the passes they have so far is okay for now?
I'd have to look at all the heroes' passives to really think about that. I mean, Kalari, I don't. If I would think about it, I don't even think Kalari has a passive that really stands out because I don't even really remember what her passive is.
Her passive. Wait, I have the game pulled up. I got just check. her passive is periodically she gains the ability to flip 2 times, become airborne, and she also gains 2 combat focus. So she gets increased damage and increase, and then every time, yeah, is that her passive? Yeah, that's her passive. Yeah, so she's able to flip 2 times. Gets increased percentage damage and increases her base attack damage on her E her her Q. My bad.
I don't know. Uh, like I said, it just doesn't really seem like it stands out too much. Like, yeah, you get a double jump, I guess, but I mean, like, as a jungler for her character, she doesn't stand out too much, in my opinion. Like, pretty weak.
I think I would out of all the passes that we have, I think we were I want to change out of as an off laner. I think I want to change. I don't know. It's kind of hard thinking about putting. You're on the spot, and I'm thinking about. I'm like,
Passive.
I think I want Greystone's passive to change. Actually, if you think about it, because he's able to deflect a basic damage, which is like I mean you take reduce. No, you take a basic attack, and then it's just like, oh, okay, so what I mean, like it's. I don't know. In my opinion, that's kind of just lazy. In my opinion, I rather just have it rework maybe into like uh let me see. Maybe, Gray Zone after a certain time it gets like extra health and bonus. Like I don't know. Like that's kind of what, thinking about it, that's kind of hard when it comes to like thinking of either modifying passives or anything like that. I think it comes to my opinion, that's kind of difficult because when in the spot you're like, oh really? If I had to change all the here any passives, is like then you got to think about it because it also has to revolve around the kit. For like example,
I feel
Bella's
like that's something that they would have to work on when they add more heroes is reworking old heroes.
like in League of Legends, how I guess like you know every
Yeah,
so often.
they have a vote to rework heroes apparently because they just had a vote, and the hero that they're going to be reworking is Udyr, I think, the next update.
Mhm.
So like you take an old hero and you just rework it, but I mean that's League of Legends. That's like over 100 heroes.
Yeah, we're only talking about what 21 and fall 12 in predecessor because in predecessor the full uh where is in spare compared like Sparrow's kits has in predecessor Sparrow is relentless. Dealing damage to a hero grants stacks on Sparrow, right? And it says it deals an additional 0.5% uh max health damage, adding to her stacks. And it, gets how many stacks? It gets 8 stacks.
I mean, I'm not saying not to like just disregard reworking old heroes. I mean, it'd probably be better to rework them as you move along, but because I mean, you don't want to just cut off someone's favorite hero, I guess, and just let them go down the trash chute.
Well, that's kind of what happened with Kalaria and Fall. You know what I mean? Like Kalaria is like, oh, she too OP. Uh, she too OP. Next patch, nerf, 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 and it's just like, oh, I guess we made Kalaria too OP, and then it's just like, she's just right now, and everybody's complaining like, yo, I can't play Kalaria. She ain't too OP, and it's like,
Yeah, where you basically have to play some other jungle character because she's nerfed so much.
and so what I mean? Like, I guess it's really hard when it comes to like, it's passives. Yeah, I guess I can't complain on the passives they have right now.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I didn't complain about any of the heroes. They didn't really seem like I didn't really have any complaints of any of the heroes so far. I mean, obviously there's some heroes that pick over others though. Maybe that's probably the reason why I haven't complained because you just pick the better heroes anyways.
Uh, okay, and so talking about fault from their roster, right? Say they're like, okay, we're gonna just focus on bringing back the OG people. Out of the people that are missing, who do you want to see back the most?
Well, in Fault, my character that I'd want to see back is Revenant. Uh,
That OP as fuck four shot guy, cowboy guy, just like pew, 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 pew. That is four shots OP as fuck. Nah, I do not. You know what? I'm happy that he's not back yet, and it's hard as fuck to code that guy because thank God, thank God, I don't want to see him back anytime soon. Too OP.
Talking about man, he's a great carry. He was balanced. He didn't have that much hope. I
He
think he,
was balanced. Okay, tell
I
me.
think he had one of the less helps. I mean, I could still get killed by an assassin when I played as him. So I mean,
But the chances are no. But what you have to do within the SAD, so you just go, I'm gonna alt this person, and you're good. You're good. And then like let's say like it's a 3v2, right? The
well,
jungler came to gank you. You just alt the support, and that's it. Call it a day. You're just out of there.
I mean,
His alt was an escape if you think about it.
well,
Either
not really. It was a hunt down too.
no, like you could use it for both. You know what I mean? You can either use it all and chase down a person, or you use all to run away and then just call it a day.
That's why I liked his. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I liked his kit because it was kind of like an assassin carry. Like it was a little mix of both. And you could just come out and you could single out one of the people. I mean, I don't know. You can really really single them out because it's not like you could single out their best player and just take them out
Well,
because
you
it's not
could.
health.
It's not like you can't. You could. You're just like, I'm gonna alt, and it's just like his little, what was it, like little swarm of bugs he spits at you like Morgash, and then what was his kit? His kit was every fourth shot was strong. Was like 150% stronger, and then he had the little spit thing that he did. And what was his other ability? Um, eh, what is it? What wasn't it? When you're able to target someone, and it was just like your attacks were stronger or something like.
You place a bounty on them. It was like a type of bounty thing.
Oh yeah, and it was extra gold. Yeah, it was. And then like on top of that, you get extra gold. That's it. One kill. You're already ahead of the carry by like item or two. That's why he was OP.
There's a bounty hunter, my guy. What do you want from him?
Man, I just want my out of hmm. The anime person in me wants like either Shimbi or Ying because waifus are the best. Uh, Realistically, I want Howitzer back, or Howitzer, or Terra, just because of how the gameplay is right now. Or and then yeah, I can't really. I think okay. For fall, I think I really want Howitzer back just because his kit was a bit unique. I want to say, and it was like it added the it added something that a lot of heroes didn't really have, which was like the verticality. Like when he ults, he was able to go up in the sky, and then his what was it? Circle, was it circle or was it square? Well, is one of his abilities was the landmine where you're able to like push back people, and like if aim right, you're able. I remember back in Legacy, I was able to use it as like a bouncy Betty going launching up myself to another platform. At the moment, I was kind of like a light bulb in my head, like poop, like oh shit, that's kind of unique because you know what I mean, like the jungle. I love the jungle in Legacy, by the way. So it had like a mystery to it, and then it had like his own design. It felt like it was his own like little thing running around through the jungle, and then like You're able to use his mind, pop up, and go to lane and shit. Like that was pretty unique for. And then what was it? He was able to rain. His ultimate was rain missiles from the sky. He had a ability where you were able to knock people. Another ability where you shot a rocket at them. What was his? I'm missing an ability, but I don't remember at the moment. Memories, man. Yo, Howitzer was the shit, bro. I don't care what people say, what people do. I want him as the first hero to come back in for fault. I'm gonna talk to Ryan. I'm gonna take this to all the way up to the top. Be like, yo, stop everything and work on this because I need this hero now.
I mean, there's going to get they have their surveys anyways.
There's surveys. Oh, yo, you think talking about that? You think they should come out with? Remember when Fault was like, "Oh, what hero do you want back?" Or was it Fault or was it predecessor?
They have so Fault had like what hero would you like to see return, select up to like three or something like that.
I want Fault to bring back that maybe sometime in the future now because after this update, say they bring that back before they release it. Like, what hero do you want back? I want to
Yeah.
see the results of that. And one of the
They really
options. I'm sorry.
surveys are not
What?
like were they really going off the surveys? I
Oh,
don't know. Maybe
I don't know. That's the
okay.
thing. I actually want to see the results of the last survey and see what they got, and from what they got, see if these heroes that came out were like, you know what I mean, like how what would their percentage according to that little survey they had. But
Right now,
no,
it's like Feng Mao was one of the top ones. Revenant Richter. I think Gadget was one of the top ones too.
oh no,
Sorry.
we gotta see if we're able to get someone that has like a, I guess like a design, or has knowledge of design and on like the Unreal Engine. See how hard it is to design stuff because I know, I guess some one thing is like 2D, or you know what I mean, like that type of art, like top down art style. That's one thing, and then like another thing is like an actual 3D image, and then you got to think of all like how we walk, how we interact with the environment. Like that's a lot of shit. A lot of people don't. Uh, I guess don't think about it at the moment. And yeah, one of the options they gotta add if they do another server like that. One of the options is, would you like us to work on our own hero? And I want to see what the percentage is on the community. What would they
Yeah.
rather want a new hero, or would they or want, for example, anybody back from the OG times, at least in regards to Fault. And for predecessor, what, I guess would it be? Would the same answers stand for Fault for predecessor or no? When it comes back to your hero, like your most desired hero to come back in predecessor.
I mean, if they have Drongo, that already. Like, if I see Drongo in the next alpha, they got me. I'll go. I'll go fucking try it out.
Okay, so I guess in their type of game style, I think I want back. I want to see how, maybe not Shimmy. I want to see how Zinx will be in their type of uh game, actually, because this Zinx was a unique character that came out, and a lot of people didn't understand her and misused her because it was like, oh, she's a tank, she's a mage, or she's a carry, and I'm like, Zinx is that one of those like rare instances where you don't know really how to use the hit hero, because you know what I mean. Like, yeah, you could use her as a tank, but remember her one of her passives was like the shield thing relied on mana. So every time you kept on taking hits, it was just like, oh, this guy, this guy's never gonna die, or you know what I mean. Either gonna never gonna die because you have infinite mana, or oh shit, I have no mana to cast any abilities and I'm fucked.
I don't know. She's a pretty universal character. Kind of like Wukong.
Like Wukong. Huh, I
Yep.
haven't thought about that.
For Universal. A lot of people would offlane with them, or jungle with them, or even some people would use them as support.
All right, and then final thoughts. Final thoughts that we have in regards to heroes or anything.
Yeah, I'd just like to see the bring back of surveys, I guess. I haven't seen a survey in a while.
All right. Let me see. Let me see if I could talk to one. If I'm able to get the results of the survey, I'm gonna talk to Ryan to see if I'm able to get the results of that survey, and hopefully it's not like under like NDA or anything like that. And then I'm gonna ask uh the Unity manager over in predecessor if they did any type of surveys. I think they did some type of survey, and I'm out what results. Had. But yeah, I think as of now, um, but yeah, I think that wraps up our little episode for what our thoughts on heroes and all that shenanigans. What do you think, Captain?
I think, whatever year comes out, hopefully it gets you out of bronze, you losers!
All right, guys. Talk to you. Thank you for listening. And oh, one more thing before we go. I am gonna do like a little episode with uh somebody from the fault community, which is X. Pronounce his name right, or 856 Menace, basically. So tune in, and that episode should be in the works, so it shouldn't be taking me down. But yeah, this episode will be uploaded now. And I think that's it. See you guys.